Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be having a very interesting topic, which is how to use volume profile to confirm an order block in confluence with order flow. All right, so don't mind me with the long topic, but just how to use volume profile to confirm an order block. All right. So, but before that, let's talk about yesterday because we had an interesting news yesterday, which was the FOMC. I sent that to the group that we should watch out for GBP USD. So, if you're having this tool, you're gonna see the buyers coming in. All right, but let me go to the MT4 chart. So I sent that to the group that we should all watch out for the GBP USD. So we are looking for a buy. So looking at this order block, all right, this is a very interesting order block. So they sold to this order block and they tested the order block and they started buying. So you don't need to wait for them to actually enter probably the 50% or probably any of the other block. Once you see the buyers coming in, you just have to get into the trade. So the time around here was around 1700 GMT, all right, to 1800 GMT. So let's look at what actually happened around this particular time. So let's head back to our order flow. So now, looking at what we have here, all right, looking at what we have here, between 1900 to 2000, all right, that was when we had the drop. This is 10 minutes time frame. So looking at it, you're going to notice that the sellers have been coming in, all right, but nobody was trapped until this area. That is when a very, very big seller was trapped. All right. And that is when they now had the liquidity to actually move the price up. So if you look at this area, you notice that most of it was sellers, and even if there are buyers coming in, the percentage wasn't much, and it was actually new, so the percentage wasn't much. So somebody asked me about this. What about this? Can we just go along with this? I wouldn't want to go along with this because we only have 40 trap sellers here. All right, so we only have 40. So but if you look at here, we have 321. Let me brighten this. If you look at this area, we have 321. All right, so you can compare the 40 here, all right, and the 321. So you notice that this one has much more liquidity than the first one. So we are going to be going with this one, and we'll be using this for liquidity to buy. And the next thing that happened after that was what? A buy, not an ordinary buy. Look how it happened. From -2% to 40%, 40, all right? So this is way, way, way much than whatever has been happening, earlier. So this means you just have to enter the market, all right? You just have to enter the market because even the buyers and the sellers all agree that, the price is going to buy. Look at it, all green, all green. So even the buyers and the sellers even agree that the price will actually go up, all right? So this is good. After a very big seller was trapped here, the buyers came in and the price started, moving up. Now let's go to today's topic. All right, let's go to today's topic. So today's topic, which is actually how to use the volume profile to confirm an order block. All right, then we're also going to be checking the order flow, for extra confluence. Now, if you look at the afternoon session here, which is actually the New Year session, all right, the New Year session, basically use the London time. So the New Year session, which was around 1300 here, all right? GMT, my time is set to GMT. So 1300 GMT, you will notice that there is a price. The candle here, retraces back into this other block, all right? And from there, the price started buying. So how do we confirm this order block? How do we find the buyers inside this order block? How do we know this order block is going to be obeyed? So those are the things that we are going to be looking at. So let's just mark the order block here. I know if you go to the lower time frame like 10 minutes, you're going to see the order block clearly. But if you have been trading an order block, you will also see this particular order block is this candle here. Yeah. So you're going to see this particular order block here. Right? Are there buyers inside the order block or not? All right, so let's go to the order flow. So this is the volume profile. All right, this is the volume profile. So looking at it, let me first discuss this. All right, we have something that is called the value area. We have the range, then we have the point of control. All right, so the range starts from the beginning here to the end for a whole day. All right, the range, you can choose the session, you can choose a whole day, you can choose the month, you can choose it whatever you like, but this is the range here. All right, for a whole day range. Then we now have the value area. So value area is where we have the most volume. All right, we have the most active trades. All right, big lot size. All right, that is where we call the value area. So the value area is being separated from here. So it's one that is being shaded, but it has a bright color here, which is from here to here. And you can see that it is divided here. So it is not among others here. Now we now have the point of control. So the point of control is where we have the most volume traded inside the value area. So we have the value area here, then we have the point of control. All right, so this point of control now is where we have the most volume, all right, in a day or probably in a session. It depends on how you're using it. So now let's take a look at this. All right, what we want is an order block to appear, all right, within the value area. So if it also appears within the point of control, it's a bonus. But at least if it is within the value area, an order block appearing within the value area is good enough for us. All right, so since we have the value area here, all right, then we have the point of control here. Now you can see this particular order block here. When I was talking about the 1300, so here we have the order block. Let me choose the crosshair. So if you look at it, 1340 to 1400. So we have this order block here. You can see this order block here. All right, let me draw it out. Okay. So this is the order block that was run on the MT4 earlier, using the 1 hour time frame. This is the same order block. So this order block has two things. One is it has the POC, which is the point of control, and it also landed in the value area. All right, so it has two things. So the price retraces, break the market structure, then comes back to that area. So we want to know if buyers are actually coming in around here. So we'll be able to trade here and put our stop loss below this low here. All right, so let's go to the other flow. So this is the other flow from 1300 to 1400. Look at it here. This is the other block here. There's other block here. Just run around here. So the price came in here. You can see that all of it are sellers, coming down and down. We have most sellers. Then from here, we started having the buyers after this, these trap traders here. We started having the buyers coming in here. So you can see that it moves from minus 12%, 12.9% to 7.4%. So that means a lot of buyers are coming in here. So you can actually enter here. Probably you can also enter the green bar. So, whatever works for you. But all we want to prove is that, the price actually obeyed the order block, because we could actually see that the buyers were coming in here. So assuming the buyers are not coming in here, I wouldn't have, take the trade. So because, it might not later hold. But since I see a lot of buyers coming in here, then I will join the trade and boom, the price actually goes, to a very good area. So you can see it goes to a very good area, taking out the liquidity above the high here. So this is one. Let's go to another example. So this is on the 16, all right? And let's go to 16. So this is on the 16. Now we can see the order block around here, all right? So you can see the price created an order block, during the London session, coming back here after a break in structure, coming back here during the New Year session to actually test the order block, all right? So this happened around here, around what time? So we have between 17, 18, and 19. 17, 18, and 19, those 3 hours. So let's look at what actually happened around those 3 hours, because we already have a small equal high between 17 and 18, but 19 took out these small equal highs, and the price started selling from there. So let's go to the order flow. So looking at this, you're going to notice that the price actually falls into the value area. So where is the value area here? This is the value area between here and here. And it actually happened during the London session. Then the New York section happened, we had a retracement. And if you look at the time, I gave you between 1800 to 1900, all right? So looking at this time, we had this high here, all right? Then we have another higher high here, looking at this time. And this is the order block, all right? This is the order block here that was tested. So you can see the order block here, all right? So since we know that this is the order block right here, you can see the price tested the order block and it started selling from there. So looking at the same time between 1800 and 1900, all right, though we had some sellers coming in here, let's take a look at the cursor. Now we have some seller coming in here. All right, you can see that there are buyers coming in here, a very big buyer, all right, trapped, and the sellers started coming in here. But the sellers is not actually big enough, all right. Since it's not big enough, the price had to go back, and we also have equal high. Remember, I talked about this equal high. So they had to go and take out this equal high again, and look at it here. All right, the buyers started coming in here again, and boom, they were trapped. All right, they were trapped. So if you look at it from 12% to minus 22%, all right, so this is a very, very big range, over 34%, all right, over 34 to 35% of difference. So, and the sellers started coming in very, very hard. And from there, you can see that the price actually went, to the south side, and it's a very, very good trade. So taking a look at this, all right, you're gonna notice that we have a very good trade on, that was yesterday, or so, on GBP USD here. So if you look at it here, you notice that we have a very good sell. Okay, let me bring it here to the middle. So we have a very good sell here. You can look at this other block. So let me mark it out. This other block here, all right, this other block here. So we have a very good sell here on this other block here, and it's actually a nice one because the price just retraced back to the other block and started selling. So let's take a look at the time. The time was around 1200. That was in New York, 1300. All right, so let's go to the order flow. So now looking at this, you will notice that this actually is what we are looking for, 12:30, all right, from between 12 o'clock to 12:30. So look at what happened here when we had the retracement back here during the New York session. So before that, all right, we have a value area here that is being marked, all right, a value area that's been marked here, because there's a lot of lot size around here to here. So we had a retracement into it, all right, and this also falls in the POC. Remember, I talked about the POC, all right, this also falls within the POC. And let's take a look. Are there sellers actually coming in? All right, are there sellers actually coming in? So if you look at it, you notice that the buyers were coming in hard. It's good when the buyers are coming in hard, because that is what the sellers are going to use for liquidity. If buyers are not coming in, it doesn't make sense. So it's good when the buyers are coming in hard. And here you could see that the buyers were coming in very, very hard, and boom, we now have the sellers, all these people here were trapped, and we now have the sellers coming in here from 16% to minus 10%, and next candle is minus 12%. So these buyers here were trapped, and it's a very good thing. And from there, you could see that the price actually sank, to the south side. So this All right, so taking a look at this very good example here, we have a trade on the 16th of February, and look at it here. We are having a sell here, a very good sell. All right, the price just retraced back to the order block here, and from there the price just started selling. So this is a very good one, and it actually happened during the London session around 8, and from there it started selling. So let's take a look at the order flow. So now looking at this, all right, we have the price tracing here back to the previous day's order block. And take a look at it. It falls within the value area here. So this is the POC here. This is the value area here. All right. So there's different. So because it falls into the inside the value area, we are going to be considering it. All right. And it happened during the London session here around 8:20. So if you take a look at our order flow, we are going to notice that the buyers started coming in here, and the buyers were trapped, and the sellers started coming in. But you could not have entered here because we still have the buyers in control of that area. We have 11%. Then from there, the next candle here, it's actually 15 minus 15%. So this tells me that a lot of buyers have been trapped, and sellers are actually coming in, and boom, you can see that the price actually sold off around 8:30. See, the price actually sold off. Yeah, all right. So these are the things that we look at. There is more to it, but if you have these two, we also help you in your trading. I hope you guys like this video and enjoy it. So if you like it, make sure you subscribe and share it to your friends. All right. If you need this tools, just write me in my email, marketmakerconcept@gmail.com.